Oh, right. Hey, guys, we're back. Here you're seeing we're getting Cliffs Hole 9, par 5. So, glad to see this hole because it's just a different, can be a little bit of a challenging hole for us. I'm going to kind of use my opponent to figure out what I want to do. So, I'm going to see where he hits it, how well he hits it. If I know that he's, 98% in layup zone, then I'm going to back off considerably on the way that I approach it. Worst case scenario, I might ball down here and just, for instance, just basically give myself, just say, if this guy gets perfect wind and he pulls off the home run to the green and gets his eagle, I'll just be happy and just, accept it and just move on. So that's kind of going to be how you're going to see me play it. I'm not going to use more than a navigator here. I don't feel that I need to force the issue. I'm just going to put the ball out and play. We never know what that second wind's going to bring, and he's going to need really quite, a favorable wind in order to give it a run at the green. More than anything, we just want to put it out here and play when we see our opponent do that. But, I still could have forced it. I could have put a Kingmaker on and really blasted it down there and tried to match where he was. But he is a little bit back, and not to mention, you're seeing wind straight in the face. Like I said, he would have had absolute perfect wind to even think about it. And even if he goes for it, doesn't mean he's going to pull it off. So, keeping all these factors in mind, just a perfect reason to just lay off the ball. You don't need I could even use a Marlin here. A Marlin, or the only reason, I used a navigator was just to kind of match my opponent. He has a katana, and I'll have similar wind in the shootout. I won't have the side spin, but what's nice about Tour 8, you really don't need a lot of side spin. So for the most part, we can ball down and get by with minimal effort in terms of, coin spendage, all that stuff. The way that I usually play this layup is maybe about 7 backspin. It's more of a stop shot when you do that. So you're going to see me kind of set up right in here and right around 4 rings, somewhere in there. We should be good. It's just a layup. And like I said, it's more of a stop shot. You're going to just see kind of that 3rd and 4th bounce just kind of stop right on that spot when you hit 7 bars. So what I usually do here, since we're pointing at kind of a higher elevation, it does usually play a little bit towards max for me, especially when I have to aim over towards the left. You can see that huge mound. And the way the physics of this game works is a little wonky. So anytime you aim to the left, it kind of goes higher into the air, which forces the ball, ooh, that was close, which forces the ball to, kind of overplay the wind more than it should. Whereas in, real life, no matter whether you're aiming right or left, the trajectory is going to stay the same on the ball. Whereas this game works a little bit differently. I'm going to try a little bit different here. We're going to go for back door here. I don't do this very often. But, I feel like doing something different here. So we're just going to get it behind the hole like that. Try to run it in that way. And like I said, very much towards max, which is right around 4 rings, somewhere in there. So let's try that. And no good. It's very hard to predict that slope and the way that it's going to run out. It can be very, very challenging shots. I like just trying a whole variety of different things. I've had some success. Most of the time it comes with side spin. Since I don't have a side spin ball in tour 8, you know, instead of trying to curl it, I just tried to go out about it a little bit different. But the way that I usually have success is with, you know, a full side spin ball, and just try to do it that way. Otherwise I would have needed to curl it in there. So I'm just trying something a little bit different this time. But at the very least, you see, we make it to the shootout. And anytime we have a shootout, we always have a chance to win. So, and here's another hole. You know, I usually hit a shot that's more favorable to a Guardian. It kind of avoids me from getting shot copied. So if I can, you know, execute a shot, you know, more geared towards Guardian, it's favorable in my opinion. So what I might do is I might just aim it out to the right just to kind of try to avoid the pin. Additionally, I always do play an overplay here, so you are going to see me go at least, you know, 5 rings here. And since it's angled wind a little bit, you're going to also see, I didn't want that great ball to the right, but notice how I'm curling it back just to try to avoid the pin. And I try to do more of a stop shot that's kind of right by the hole. And there, you know, the great ball definitely cost me. It cost me at least a yard. So I would have been probably 1.75, somewhere in there. And, you know, at the very least, the reason that I do that shot has to do with, you know, just making it to where a sniper can't just copy my line. At least they have to, you know, envision their own shot and come up with their own thing. But at the same time, you know, I can usually get that in pretty tight. Just might take, you know, it takes me sometimes a miss just to see kind of where I missed and then to adjust more next time. Keep in mind, I did an overplay there and still came up short. So I know I went at least 5 rings there. That's an overplay by 20%. So keep in mind that big overplay that I'm doing and still coming up short, well, that speaks volumes. And, you know, like I said, you know, I usually have quite a bit of success here to where I can win shootouts. You know, I really do prefer higher wins. You know, going first, sometimes you put yourself at a disadvantage. Your opponent sees what he needs to do and can easily come in between there. So that's one of the biggest pieces of advice that I can give you, is just, you know, always be aware of where your opponent is. And, you know, it can be much easier to beat them. But since we kind of have limited ball guide on our Guardian, we're going to set up for, at the very least, a stop shot. We're going to do at least a 7 backspin shot. And there you're seeing me actually do a full backspin shot. And like I said, you know, anytime you do that, the biggest thing that you do want to worry about is the pin. So you're going to see me kind of just try to create around it a little bit, because I did need to get that ball behind there. But at the same time, you can see that I did, you know, an over adjustment there, and it was still short. So I would keep that in mind for next time. And, you know, because I couldn't remember how much past max it was. But obviously, you know, an extra ring that I went wasn't enough. I still needed to go at least 1 more ring, maybe 2. So, you know, good knowledge for next time. And, you know, we should have more success, especially in higher wins. You know, it's going to get harder and harder for somebody to do that shootout. The higher the wins gets, the more precision we play with, the better results we'll have. So good luck there, guys, and see you guys next time.